Yeah, so I've got this family pack of sushi that I got from Wegmans the other day. I got this family pack because it has fewer calories than the Crunchyroll Sushi Lovers pack. And today, me and Mom went to what was, for me, at least, a new place, but not for Mom because it's called Pin Chasers, but when I told my dad about it, I think at around 3:30 p.m. I had forgotten the name of the place and wasn't sure about it, so I called it Pinstrikes. Since the place in general is a combination of a bowling alley and a bar area, I decided not to film myself going there for two reasons. One, they don't really have any food at the moment since they just opened back up after being closed for about a year and a half due to the COVID pandemic. And second, we actually went there. For me, again, for me it was a new place, and for Mom it was going there for the first time in a long time, because I believe we were celebrating a couple's anniversary, or possibly or someone's birthday. I think the latter is more likely. I just heard mentions about an anniversary while there. There was some food, but not much. So in the hour or so before me and Mom went to make the road trip there, which was about 20 minutes long, I ate a large chef salad. According to my memory, one of the prepared salads that we got from Wegmans the other day excuse me, I took the picture, the kitchen table, but I ate it upstairs in my room because Mr. Ballin released a new YouTube video. It was pretty interesting, and I wanted to eat the chef salad while listening to that video. Within a moment of me finishing the salad, Mom got back from I believe going to the bank. I tore open the newest pack of 12 assorted Sharpie markers. Brought two of those small styrofoam pieces that I found in the basement. Oh, and then I also made a trip to bring along with me a sort of peach colored Sharpie marker because I was intending to make a styrofoam drawing of someone who is Caucasian. And as it turned out, I ended up settling on drawing and coloring a construction worker. I've been working on more styrofoam drawings because I'm not entirely sure what the Uber driver's friends should look like. I finished the construction worker styrofoam drawing today. Yeah, but not the other styrofoam drawing projects that I have in mind right now. The one I started before I had to get ready for the sort of little birthday party event at Pin Chasers. I only got to do, I believe, the front and sides of the styrofoam drawing person's black hair. Using older black Sharpie markers, of which it was difficult to find one that hadn't considerably dried out. But I eventually found one, allowing me to finish the front and sides right before Mom said I could take a shower and get dressed up for the party. The first thing to be brought were some meatballs. That was made by one of the guests, but this wasn't a private party event, so just about anyone could come. It seemed like there were quite a few singers. I only sang 2 karaoke songs, of which they were Suddenly Seymour from The Little Shop of Horrors, because that's currently my favorite song to sing, because it allows me to play my ability to raise my pitch and play both parts of a duet karaoke song that has male and female parts. Allows me to play that pretty well, and before I wrote to do that song first, I had thoughts of singing The Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson, because it's a pretty good motivational song. I think I did pretty well on that one. By that point, it was around 9:45 p.m. I tried to put in a third song. The second song was The Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson. The third song was going to be Purple Rain by Prince. Since it's a slow-paced song, and people tend to tell me I'm pretty good with those slow-paced songs, Yeah, but I didn't get to sing that karaoke song. They brought one of those cracker platters that also comes with cheese and meat. To put on the crackers. Whenever I see that, I have a tendency to make sandwiches with those crackers. Putting either cheese and meat between the two crackers, or in this case, a piece of meat that had a small little circle of cheese in it. I'm currently researching architecture within stronghold kingdoms. Hopefully I'll be able to get my 9th village soon. I also had a box of those Tresbit crackers, which tend to have significantly more grit to them, or maybe I should say texture or fiber, or whole grain to them than your usual cracker. There was also the pumpkin cake with a hole in the middle that Mom brought, along with some kind of chocolate peanut butter swirl thing, and as well as the cake, the happy birthday cake, of which in total for each thing I had one piece. Excuse me. I had to go to the bathroom twice in the hours I was at the bar section. Of pin chasers. We exited through the back entrance, came in through the front entrance. One of the biggest things I've noticed with bowling alleys is that they have you wear special shoes. Do you have to wear exactly those shoes, or is it okay if your shoes are similar enough to them? And what is the purpose of those shoes? Is it so you don't slip on the bowling lane? It may be especially waxed, so the bowling ball gets to the end of the lane that you're bowling on. Perhaps. That's my current knowledge of bowling alleys anyway. I love the combination of avocado. I have a bit of avocado and a bit of cucumber. The imitation crab is good too. It all combines for a pretty pleasant flavor. I think I had some coffee in the afternoon. Yeah, we didn't get to go swimming today because we had that birthday party to go to. Although this wasn't a formal birthday party where we had to be invited, I don't think. I think it was just arranged a little get-together to celebrate at Pin Chasers. Excuse me. I engaged in some conversation early on, but ended up withdrawing because I was focused on my styrofoam craft. Though I did get distracted at some points, I decided to get in a couple Duolingo lessons for Spanish. Primarily review. During the car drive to Pin Chasers. This is probably one of the sparkling ice drinks that I got at Wegmans the other day with my mom. Today I woke up at around 1:30 p.m. after staying up until roughly I would say 9 in the morning, maybe as early as 7, but I think it's more likely to have been around 9 in the morning. Because I remember the sun being fully up before I fell asleep, but I still got to take a picture of that First styrofoam I finished today at 4:40 a.m. Excuse me, my sleep schedule got kind of messed up because, again, the other day I accidentally or unintentionally fell asleep. In the evening, much earlier than I usually go to bed, and as such only got 1 to 2 hours of sleep, but it was enough to remove a significant amount of sleep pressure, which I think you need at least some of in order to fall asleep. At the very minimum, sleep pressure makes it easier to fall asleep. The first drink I had was a fall theme special. I believe I was told about it because they specifically asked if they had any fruit cocktail specials for the month. And it's apple juice with Sprite, and an apple slice. Then Mom got me a Captain Morgan with Coca-Cola in it, or as she called it, a Captain and Coke. I think along with it she got me a Cum and Screw shot with a K at the start of the first word. I wonder if it's always true that... Is it always true that a word ending in a Z will always sound the same as a word ending in an S, and a word starting with a K will always be the same as a word starting with a C? Try saying that one 5 times fast. Sushi is delicious, but they're sticking together quite a bit today. Oh well, it's okay. The Cum and Screw shot tasted good. The Captain Coke tasted like Diet Coke, as I said in my mind at the time more than once. The apple drink was delicious, and then for the last alcoholic beverage I had basically coconut flavoring some kind of coconut flavoring put into cranberry juice. Excuse me, and that tasted pretty good. had all that over a handful of hours. Had some nice phone conversations with Dad throughout the day. Including one on the car ride back home. And during that, I also had some nice conversation with Mom, and between the alcoholic beverages, I also had a plastic glass, I think, of plain water with ice cubes in it. It was between the Captain Coke and the cranberry and coconut, I believe. Oh, and I would also like to mention that back bar area was pretty hot. Within minutes of arriving there, I took off that overcoat / jacket I had on over my shirt. Because I felt mildly uncomfortably hot. And even after doing that, I still ended up lightly sweating while working on that styrofoam drawing, which I managed to finish despite getting distracted for a while at some point in the bathroom trips because it was a relatively small piece of styrofoam. And also, there ended up being quite a bit of discussion during the karaoke, but I could still hear everyone singing just fine. I just really didn't pay attention to it because, again, I was working on styrofoam drawings. In fact, I started working on that second styrofoam piece right before Mom decided to take me home by leaving pin chasers through the back. Essentially the exit for the bar area